The Rain Dragon Rescue, Chapter 5, Mouse Crackers. A tall wrought iron fence surrounded the old building that had once been the Buttonville Button Factory. The sign hanging from the gate read, "Welcome to Dr. Wu's Worm Hospital. Dr. Wu does not treat cats, dogs, pigs, rats, snakes, turtles, fish, frogs, or any other creature that is not a worm. Dr. Wu sees worms by appointment only. If you don't have an appointment, keep out." The entry gate was locked with a padlock, and the fence on either side of it had tips as sharp as swords. But down the sidewalk, behind a clump of trees, Pearl had discovered a section where the tips had rusted away. She and Ben quickly climbed over. As they raced across the overgrown lawn, a few buttons crunched beneath Ben's sneakers. Pearl's legs were longer, making her a faster runner. Even though Ben was just as eager to tell Dr. Wu that her dragon was stealing things, Pearl reached the front door first. A note taped to the door said, "The Worm Hospital is closed until it is open." Pearl pounded so hard the door rattled. Ben might have told her that it was rude to pound on someone's door, but this was definitely an emergency. "Hello," she called. "Hello, hello." Ben fidgeted. He looked over his shoulder, fearing that at any moment a police car would drive up and park outside the gate, and Officer Millie would shout, "Attention! Dr. Wu, come out with your hands up. We know everything." Ben knocked. "Hello," he called. "It's important. We need to—" The sound of a deadbolt sliding open was followed by the sound of another deadbolt and another, then a couple more. 5? During the last visit, they'd been told that a very dangerous person wanted to get inside the hospital. 5 bolts seemed like a good idea, though they sure took a lot of time. Finally, the door flew open. A gentleman stood inside the hospital's entryway. The kids knew him as Mr. Tabby, the assistant to Dr. Wu. But on this day, he looked different. Instead of his usual pressed trousers and vest, he wore a blue satin bathrobe and matching slippers. His long red hair was wound up in curlers, as was his mustache. "Yes?" he asked in a peevish way, his yellow eyes narrowing. "May I help you?" Ben forgot why he and Pearl were standing on the hospital front stoop. His attention was drawn to the box held in Mr. Tabby's hand. The label read, "Mackers, mouse-flavored crackers. You'd have to be whackers to eat only one." Mr. Tabby reached into the box and removed a square cracker that appeared to have a long, rubbery tail. Ben cringed as Mr. Tabby popped it into his mouth, slurping the tail like a spaghetti noodle. "Would you like one?" Mr. Tabby asked, after licking his lips. "No, thank you," Ben said. What he actually wanted to say was, "Ew, gross." "I'll take one." Pearl reached into the box and pulled out a cracker. She held it up by the tail. How come it's furry?" Mr. Tabby ignored the question. "Why are you here?" Ben was about to explain, but Pearl was quicker. "The dragon is stealing things, lots and lots of things. Victoria saw it. She told her mom. Dr. Wu will get into trouble and—" "What dragon?" "The one that lives on the hospital's roof." Pearl pointed upward. "We know it lives up there. You don't have to pretend it doesn't. We've seen it flying around." "Can we come in and talk to Dr. Wu?" Ben asked. Mr. Tabby tapped his foot. "Are you aware that today is not a Monday, a Wednesday, or a Friday?" "Yes," Ben said. "It's Tuesday." "And are you further aware that you are only supposed to be here on a Monday, a Wednesday, or a Friday?" Pearl bounced on her toes. "Yeah, we know, but Tuesday is my day off. My only day off." A low growl sounded in Mr. Tabby's throat. "Therefore, on Tuesdays, matters regarding the known world are not my concern." Ben still wasn't used to hearing the term known world. That's what Dr. Wu and Mr. Tabby called the real world in which Ben and Pearl lived. There was also an imaginary world, but neither Pearl nor Ben had been there. I bid you a good day. And with that, the door slammed shut. The closed note flapped as the 5 deadbolts slid back into place. Can't we talk to Dr. Wu? Pearl hollered. There was no reply. I guess we'll have to wait until tomorrow. Unless... She turned her green eyes upward. Oh, no. I'm not climbing that rusty old fire escape, Ben said. It's 10 floors. We could fall. He had yet to brave the rock climbing wall at his parents' country club, and it was only 4 floors high. But if we go up there, we can tell the dragon to stop stealing. I already tried talking to it, but it ignored me, Ben said. I don't think dragons understand people language. There was nothing else to be done. They couldn't tell Dr. Wu about the situation today, so they'd have to wait for tomorrow. Besides, what if it's a mean dragon? They breathe fire. Yeah, okay. Pearl tossed the furry cracker into the grass. I don't have time to climb a building anyway. I have to help my parents at the dollar store. We got a new shipment of socks from China. Ben sighed. Guess I'm stuck playing board games at the senior center. Though relieved he wouldn't be scaling the side of a building, he wasn't looking forward to spending time in that stuffy room filled with the scent of mentholated arthritis ointment. Once they'd climbed back over the fence and were safely on the sidewalk, Pearl scrunched up her face as if she'd stubbed her toe. I'm worried about getting into trouble. She spat her gum into a garbage can. I told Victoria about the dragon. Does that mean I broke the contract of secrecy? Ben mulled this over. There'd been a lot of writing on the piece of paper they'd both signed, and a lot of very small type. He hadn't read it all the way through. I can't be certain, but I think you're safe. You didn't say anything about Dr. Wu, and you didn't say anything about her taking care of imaginary creatures. Pearl pulled a pack of dollar store gum from her pocket. She unwrapped a piece and popped it in her mouth. Then she handed one to Ben. Do you think I'll get fired? No, Ben said as he chewed, but the worried look on Pearl's face didn't go away. Guess we'll find out tomorrow.